The Bay of Bengal is once again at the heart of Asian geopolitics. A maritime space that bridges east and west, it is witnessing a resurgence of its historical significance. The bay's littoral is home to over 1.9 billion people, a quarter of the world's population. Its waters carry trillions of dollars in trade annually, connecting global supply chains and fueling economic growth. Yet this vital region is also a theatre of intensifying great power rivalry. India, with its extensive coastline along the bay, finds itself at the centre of this geopolitical churn. As the region's largest economy and a rising global power, India faces a critical choice. Should it rely solely on multilateral frameworks to shape the bay's future? Or should it also be prepared to take bold unilateral steps to secure its interests and those of its neighbours? The recent BIMSTEC summit, attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has brought this question into sharp focus. The Bay of Bengal's strategic significance is not new. For centuries it has served as a maritime crossroads connecting South Asia, Southeast Asia and the wider Indo-Pacific. Ancient trade routes crisscrossed its waters, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas and cultures. The Chola dynasty of South India, for instance, projected its power across the bay, establishing a maritime empire that stretched from the shores of Indonesia to the coasts of Vietnam. Today, the bay's importance is amplified by the rise of new economic and security challenges. China's growing footprint in the region, its Belt and Road Initiative, and its expanding naval presence have raised concerns in India and beyond. The bay is also vulnerable to non-traditional threats, including piracy, illegal fishing, and climate change. In this context, India's role as a net security provider and a driver of regional cooperation becomes paramount.
Please hold until the conference host arrives.
The Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, or BIMSTEC, stands as a testament to the region's desire for greater integration. Formed in 1997, BIMSTEC brings together 7 countries around the Bay of Bengal: Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Thailand. The organization aims to foster economic growth, enhance connectivity and promote cultural exchange among its members. BIMSTEC emerged as an alternative to the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, or SAARC, which had become bogged down by bilateral disputes, particularly between India and Pakistan. BIMSTEC's focus on functional cooperation, rather than political integration, was seen as a more pragmatic approach to regionalism. It offered a platform for countries to work together on shared challenges, such as trade, energy and disaster management, without getting entangled in intractable political differences. Over the years, BIMSTEC has made modest progress in areas such as trade facilitation, connectivity and counter-terrorism. However, it continues to grapple with limitations. These include a lack of institutional capacity, inadequate funding, and the slow pace of decision-making. The organization's progress has also been hampered by the domestic political situations in some member states, particularly the ongoing crisis in Myanmar. Despite these challenges, BIMSTEC remains a vital platform for regional cooperation in the Bay of Bengal. It provides a framework for dialogue, coordination and confidence building among its members. Moreover, the organization has gained renewed salience in recent years, driven by a confluence of factors. These include the growing economic heft of its member states, the increasing strategic importance of the Bay of Bengal, and the desire to counterbalance China's growing influence in the region. The Bay of Bengal presents a tapestry of opportunities and challenges for its littoral states. The region is endowed with abundant natural resources, including fisheries, hydrocarbons and minerals. Its strategic location makes it a vital artery for global trade and commerce. The bay also holds immense potential for tourism, given its pristine beaches, diverse marine life and rich cultural heritage. However, these opportunities are often overshadowed by a complex web of challenges. Transboundary issues such as maritime boundary disputes, illegal fishing and pollution threaten the ecological balance of the bay and strain relations between countries. The lack of adequate infrastructure, including deep-sea ports and efficient transportation networks, hinders trade and investment. Piracy and armed robbery at sea remain persistent concerns, disrupting shipping lanes and raising insurance costs. Furthermore, the Bay of Bengal is particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Rising sea levels, more frequent and intense cyclones, and ocean acidification pose significant threats to coastal communities, infrastructure, and livelihoods. Addressing these challenges requires collective action and a shared commitment to sustainable development. The Bay's littoral states have made strides in recent years to enhance cooperation on maritime security and resource management. However, much more needs to be done. Strengthening maritime domain awareness, improving coordination among navies and coast guards, and promoting responsible fishing practices are crucial steps in this direction. Equally important is the need to invest in climate-resilient infrastructure and promote sustainable development practices in coastal areas.